It's time for Mornings at 8 with Jonathan Mark on AM 1480 WLEA.
Ah, yes, indeed. Usually I say it's unmistakably Monday, so I guess it's unmistakably Monday. A little bit of technical difficulty there. I think our board in the other room has mice or something. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, so here we are on a Monday, unmistakably Monday. That's right. Well, last week of October. Halloween is coming up on Thursday. This is the 28th, so 29th, Thursday is Halloween. Okay, and that will mean it's the start of the holiday season. And the holiday season goes kind of fast once it starts. It's like a roller coaster ride. We start off with Halloween, and then we go to Thanksgiving, and then we segue into Christmas, and then we segue into New Year's, and there we go. And it all starts this week. Well, the lead story this morning, of course, the vandalism Sunday at the Station Church in North Hornell. Now, what motivates a person to do something like that, I have absolutely no idea. Not being a violent person, I don't know what would make a person do that. But apparently, somebody or some people, a number of people, either one or several, broke in through a window using a sledgehammer, broke down some doors, and then set a fire in the church's brand new renovated space. And according to church pastor Joel Bolduck, it was our kids' space, our coffee area, the new bathrooms, and if the fire department in North Hornell hadn't responded as quickly as they did, it could have been a total loss. So, as I said, what motivates a person to do that? I mean, there is absolutely no reason for it. And, you know, the older I get, I guess the less I understand people. Why would somebody do that? I don't know. It's very strange. But anyway, luckily, thanks to the North Hornell Fire Department, the church did have its service as scheduled at 10:30. Only instead of in the church, the service was held at the fire department. So that was really a nice gesture. Very, very nice gesture and very well done. And I hope, and there were no injuries. And I think in any fire, the number one question, the most important thing is, were there any injuries? I know there were no injuries, but a lot of damage. So hope they find out whoever did it, and there you go. So that's that. So it all worked out okay, I guess, other than damage to the church, but nobody was hurt, and the service was held as usual. Let me see what's going on. Well, there's a new state law that takes effect, I guess, Friday, which is November 1st, and it states that children under the age of 2 need to be restrained in rear-facing car seats, and that starts Friday. Rear-facing car seats. The law was unanimously approved by state lawmakers in 2017, so it's finally in effect. And the law was introduced by Assemblywoman Sandy Galiff. She's a Westchester County Democrat, and she introduced the measure after hearing the safety concerns of the AAA. She said, we need to have as much support as possible for a young child. If there was to be a sudden stop, their head wouldn't be in limbo in a rear-facing car seat. That's what she said, because the back of the seat would be protecting them. Now, traffic crashes are the number 2 cause of injury-related death for children ages 1 to 4. Traffic crashes, according to John Corbett, legislative chairman of AAA New York. Child restraints, he says, car seats and booster seats work to reduce this risk, he said. Now, there are similar laws in place in California, New Jersey, Oklahoma, and Pennsylvania, and the requirement does not apply to children under the age of 2 whose height or weight exceeds the recommendations of the car seat manufacturer. So, that law goes into effect on Friday of this week. Children must be in rear-facing car seats. So, I guess if you're a little kid and you're like looking out the window and you're in a rear-facing car seat, it isn't going to do you much good because you really can't see outside. But I guess the safety is really the main thing. And let me see here. Oh, yes, that's right. Maybe not this morning, but generally speaking, people like to start their day on a positive note. Most of the time. Let me see. This is from, now who, this study was, yes. This study was conducted by One Poll, that's the name of the group, in conjunction with the Original Donut Coffee Shop, or the Original Donut Shop Coffee. So, a place that sells coffee conducted this study. All right. Anyway, it says, we know how important it is to keep a positive mindset. And to do so, 85% of Americans are making a conscious effort to think positively each morning, according to a new survey. A survey of 2,000 people looked at the ways in which people stay positive throughout the day and found a resounding 9 out of 10 people consider themselves positive people overall. However, 7 in 10 of those surveyed still wish they could be a little more positive. And as I said, it was conducted by One Poll in conjunction with the Original Donut Shop Coffee. And that poll revealed in 4 or 5 people believe positive thinking can help improve their lives and start the morning off on a positive note. Okay, that's pretty positive. And for half of those surveyed, the morning can't start out positively unless they begin it by enjoying a morning cup of coffee. Isn't that interesting? In fact, 4 in 5 people agree their daily cup of coffee helps them stay positive and productive throughout the entire day. And about half also say that exercise is key to getting their day started on a positive note. So you can do a little exercising and have a cup of coffee in, I don't know, a cup of coffee in one hand and while you're exercising, I don't know. Anyway, in addition to coffee and exercise, the research revealed that smiling and thinking something positive, waking up early, and meditating are key to starting the morning off right. Where were we? A positive morning routine primes your mind for success. And that statement is from Amy Blankson, CEO of Fearless Positivity and author of The Future of Happiness. She says it's so easy to fall prey. It's so easy to fall prey to the tyranny of the urgent in the morning. It's so easy to fall prey to the tyranny of the urgent in the morning. Emails, texts, calls, and messages. By pausing for just 2 minutes to ground yourself in a positive practice like meditating or journaling, you're setting yourself up for a greater happiness in the long run. So, in fact, about 8 in 10 say they often received appreciation from their co-workers, while a further 4 out of 5 say when their employer shares appreciation for their work, they feel more motivated to do well. And that's not all Americans will do to increase their positivity. 6 in 10 of those studied will surround themselves with positive people, while a further half will try and appreciate others more. And there are some people you've noticed, especially in the workplace. There are some people, even in your private life, there are some people who are energy drainers. Have you ever worked with anybody like that? I'm sure we all have, or maybe a relative or a friend, where as soon as they walk into the room, your energy level goes, it just goes right down. And it's the strangest thing. And some people have a positive effect. As soon as they walk into a room, you feel a whole bunch better. You feel more positive. So there are energy drainers. And some act like batteries. And they just make everybody feel better. But it's really interesting. It's the strangest thing. And I don't think it's me, because I've mentioned this to other people I know. And they say, yeah, because they've experienced that too. Energy drainers. And some are energy givers or something, I guess. I don't know. And let me see here. What else have we here? Well, speaking on the Halloween theme, National Trick or Treat Day. The people behind that Halloween petition want to create a new holiday. Now, trick or treat or Thanksgiving, Halloween is on Thursday, the 31st. But there's a group that want to move Halloween to the last Saturday of October. So they say rather than change the date of Halloween, why not add a whole extra day of trick-or-treating? I don't know. And that proposal came from the Halloween and Costume Association. National Trick-or-Treat Day, and it would fall on the last Saturday of October and therefore extend the official Halloween celebration rather than moving it. Now, amending its initial petition that garnered more than 100,000 signatures, the trade group said the new holiday will enhance the Halloween that we all know and love, or something, and unite the country in the process. I'm not sure how that would unite the entire country, but it'd be, okay, fine. And the association will partner with Party City to launch Halloween, a campaign to promote the new holiday. And that hits the stores, it hit the stores last month. The association's campaign to shift Halloween to a Saturday began in 2018, last year. Organizers claimed that the change would make the holiday safer, longer, and stress-free. Now, after a year languishing on the petition website, it began picking up steam last month. So they want to make Halloween a 2-day event. I don't know. When I was a kid, Halloween would be a festival. Halloween would last like 3 or 4 days of trick-or-treating. I don't know how it was here, but where I lived on Long Island, it was like a 3 or 4 day event. You would go out night after night after night trick-or-treating. So by the end of this candy orgy, you would have bags and bags and bags of candy. I don't mean just like little bags, but these big old paper shopping bags. So by the end of this thing, you would have 42 pounds of candy. Okay? I don't know how it is. I don't know how it was here, but that's how it was where I lived. Okay, insurance. Everybody needs insurance. Right. You could do no better than the Ryan agencies. They have offices in Hornell, Jasper, and Williamsville. They're insurance experts. So you need insurance, and you go, well, let me see, I'll contact the Ryan agencies. And they will do all the research and background for you. They do the shopping for you. Okay, your personal insurance shopper. They're experts. They know what they're doing. They are the Ryan agencies.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
At Game 5 of the World Series tonight, Houston won again in D.C. 7-1 over Washington. Winning pitcher Garrett Cole went 7 innings with 9 strikeouts. The Nationals offense 4 for 30 overall with 11 Ks. Game 6 is Tuesday in Houston, 8 p.m. Eastern time again on Fox TV. The series 3-2. Stros in the lead. A Houston team that won the World Series a couple years ago. In the NBA late game, Lakers beat Charlotte. Tiger Woods tonight finished up a 3-stroke win at a rain-delayed PGA event in Japan for Woods, a record-tying 82nd career victory on the tour. Tonight's NFL game at Kansas City went to Green Bay 31-24. Aaron Rodgers with 3 touchdown passes, 2 in the fourth quarter. San Francisco's now 7-0 after whipping Carolina 51-13. Tevin Coleman 4 total touchdowns. New England 8-0 after beating Cleveland 27-13.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The parent company of Louis Vuitton wants to take over Tiffany. The Wall Street Journal says LVMH is offering an all-cash takeover worth $14.5 billion. Tiffany is one of the world's leaders in the global jewelry business. It has more than 300 stores around the world, though it has been struggling with weaker sales growth for years. British-based bank HSBC says its profits slumped 24% in its summer quarter. The company plans to remodel weaker units of the company. It's also planning to sell its retail bank in France. However, HSBC says the bank's business in Asia held up well despite protests in Hong Kong and the U.S.-China trade dispute. On Friday, the Dow was up 152, NASDAQ added 57, the S&P was up 12. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Ginny Cosola, invested in you.
Real travel is life-changing. With Trafalgar, you'll discover the best way to travel and connect with the culture, people, and places you visit. You'll travel with the freedom to discover and the confidence to explore. With over 300 trips on all 7 continents, you get real experiences that you won't find elsewhere. These are just a few of the greatest travel stories you'll ever tell. Save up to 10% on trips. Terms and conditions apply. Visit your travel agent or Trafalgar.com. Trafalgar, simply the best.
Today at Simmons Rockwell Hyundai, drive away in a new Hyundai Tucson lease for only $229 a month. A new 2019 all-wheel drive Hyundai Tucson SE model equipped with 17-inch alloy wheels, touchscreen media, and rear view monitor, lease with no money down for $229 a month for 36 months. Only tax and DMV fees are due at signing. Shop Simmons-Rockwell.com.
Okay, and we are back. Now, staying on the Halloween theme here, wow. A Kmart in Australia, or Kmart Australia, all the Kmarts in Australia, have pulled a child's bride costume from its shelves after a Melbourne mom launched a petition calling the costume beyond inappropriate. Now, I'm not exactly a PC type guy, but I would say this probably goes a little beyond inappropriate. Is a $6 costume, which included, it's past tense now, which included a white wedding gown and headband with veil for children between the ages of 4 and 6. And there's a photograph of it here. I would call it pretty darn inappropriate. So it cost like $6, and it's a bride's outfit, a wedding gown, the whole thing. And a Kmart spokesman, or spokesperson in Australia said, Kmart Australia regrets the decision to range the bride costume. So it was not intended to cause offense, and we sincerely apologize. And we have made the decision to withdraw this product. So, the petition had labeled the costume offensive and asked supporters to remind Kmart it had a social responsibility to uphold. And the lady who started this petition says each year 12 million children, girls as young as 6 years old, the same size as his costume, are sold or married off by their family without their consent. And that's 1 million child marriages per month. Now, as I said, I'm hardly a PC type guy, okay? But you take that and the way this costume looks and the whole thing and the age of the kids, and I'd say it's pretty inappropriate. Yeah, that qualifies. Okay, one more of the Halloween theme here, I guess. There's this guy, now where is this? This is in Tennessee, a farmer. He he grew a 910-pound pumpkin. But instead of carving a big face in this 910-pound pumpkin, he carved it out and he made a boat. So there's a photograph of, what's his name? Justin Omsby. And so he carves his pumpkin out, he makes a boat out of it, and he takes it for a spin in his pond. Okay? So he's in this pumpkin boat, or something, I guess that's what you call it, right? A pumpkin boat? So there he is, taking a little spin in his pond in a pumpkin boat. And that's not all. There was also, where else? There was a contest in Morton, Illinois, last month. And it was a pumpkin boat regatta in a lake. All these people were sitting in these pumpkins in a regatta. Maybe that's what they do in Morton, Illinois. Probably there's not much else to do. But there they were in these little pumpkin boats, actually big pumpkin boats. The smallest was 500 pounds. So they were taking, their pumpkins for a spin. Okay, fine. That's very good. And what else here? Oh, yeah. Positive news, really positive news. Guess which country has the most generous people on the planet? The U.S. This is from Market Watch. The U.S. is the #1 most generous country in the world for the last 10 years. That's the conclusion of the World Giving Index. And that's a ranking that measured how likely residents of 128 countries were to practice acts of generosity. And the index from the UK-based nonprofit Charities Aid Foundation is based on Gallup's World Poll surveys of 1.3 million people. Between 2009 and 2018, interviewers asked respondents whether they had done the following in the last month: helped a stranger or someone they didn't know who needed help, donated money to charity, or volunteered their time to an organization. And at the top of the list were the U.S., followed by, oddly enough, Myanmar, and then New Zealand. And the countries that scored the lowest were Yemen, Greece, and China. So we are the most generous country in the world. And it's funny, you talk to some people or you listen to them, and that's not what their conclusion would be, is that we're selfish and self-centered and we're terrible and horrible. But apparently, to the survey of 1.3 million people, the United States has the most generous people in the world. And I think that's wonderful. And that's something I've always thought for a long time, especially here in the Canasteo Valley area. When somebody's in trouble, we help them. And we always have for all the years I've lived here. I moved here in 1970. So, yeah, that kind of makes sense. We are a very, very generous people. And I guess that's it for this morning, and I so hope we're up and running tomorrow morning. I'll see you at 8:05. Bye.